Hey, everybody. Welcome to Work Smarter, Not Harder Wednesdays. I am so happy to be back. And before I jump into today's content, I want to let you know that I cannot claim full ownership of this at all because I have amazing accountability partners and support people who, although they're not official team members in my business, we meet on a regular basis, once a week usually. My three accountability business, uh, I feel so strange saying business besties, Debbie Adea, Richie Ote, and JP McAvoy, we meet once a week at least, and we talk through what's going right in our business, what's not. And no, we don't all meet at the same time, but I have to thank them individually and also especially Debbie for this because Debbie and I especially, we went through multiple renditions of goal tracking for the both of us to figure out what was going to work for us in reaching our goals. And I'll tell you, before I even jump into the good, better, best, that making a big list of what we wanted to get done for the week just wasn't working for either of us. And what was happening was that we were all over the place, and I say this with love and giving grace to myself, but I was all over the place. I would come up with 13,000 other ideas, go off in different directions. Sometimes I would reach my goals for the week, but most often I wouldn't. And then a couple months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, we implemented between the two of us this awesome good, better, best system where every single day we have a number of different areas that we're focusing on in our personal and professional life that we really wanted to focus on and improve. So every single day, and I'm going to show you what my chart looks like. I would never show you what Debbie's looks like because it's not my place to show you her goals. But you know me, I'm totally transparent and I want to show you behind the scenes in my life what's working for me. But every single day we're tracking wealth, spiritual, business, body, and then I'm also tracking family because there are things that I want to be doing in my family. And I found that when I was letting the family and the personal items off the list, when I was keeping them off the list, they weren't getting done. I wasn't spending enough time with my family. I wasn't paying attention to them. I was not going to soccer games, wasn't walking my daughter to school. I look forward to being able to walk her to school again. Please let schools be open up safely and healthily in the fall, right? But it wasn't happening. So again, I'm tracking the areas of wealth, spiritual, business, body, and family. So I'm going to go on over there for a moment. And at some point, you will be able to get a copy of this. I'm just going to clean it up and make it so that you can copy the spreadsheet. But it is, let me see. I'm going to go over to Google Chrome and I'm going to show you what we use. So this is mine. This is this week, I believe. And you can see that today, Wednesday, for my wealth tracking, I actually want to be working on my book for 30 minutes. I know you might wonder how that has to do with wealth focused, but I know that working on my book in the long run will mean hopefully more monetary wins because I'll build authority, build a reputation, and hopefully build my client roster, right? So finally, after 5 years of talking about this book, I am making significant progress. It might not look like it considering today's still not checked and the first 3 days of this week were not checked, but I am making progress. Then for spiritual, my good is that I journal every day. That's a good one for me. Today for business, I wanted to update my Read with Kim page because last night, I finished reading Unlimiting Your Beliefs by Karen Brown, which was amazing, by the way. So that was one thing. My body, I need to remember to take my thyroid medication every day. While you might think that's a duh, it's not. I need to write it down so that I remember, and I want to see that win every day. And then load of laundry was for family. By the way, I put it on here even if I delegate it to another family member. So today, my son took care of that one. And then you'll see down below, I have my betters, and further on down, I have my bests. So every single day, I'm focusing on this, and it's been working really well for me. I wanted to show this to you because I know that it can be so easy sometimes to become super duper inundated with, um, let me get off of this. It can be really super easy to get inundated with mile long to do lists. I was cleaning up my shelf over here earlier today, and I found some of my old planners, and on some of these I had daily to-do lists of 20, 25, 30 items. When I looked at any of these days, I found that maybe I had 2 or 3 items checked off, and I know at the end of those days I felt pretty crappy. I felt like I hadn't gotten anything done. And I know that there's somebody who's watching this who might feel the same thing. So, how about rather than having, and I have an eyelash in my eye, I think, rather than taking on so much, what if we just focus on 3 to 5 areas in our life and have a good, better, best goal for each of those areas? And what Debbie and I are also doing is, even though we haven't really tracked it yet, but we're rewarding ourselves. I was trying to give myself not a punishment, but maybe a consequence if I didn't do it. But she asked me, well, do you do better off rewards or, you know, punishments? And punishment's not the right word. I forget what the other word was. And I realized after she asked that I do a lot better off rewards. Coincidentally, the first week we were doing this, I had set up for the punishment method, and then I went and bought myself a new pair of sunglasses. And I realized in retrospect that could have been my reward for hitting good across the whole thing. I mean, I have never bought nice sunglasses. Usually I get the $5 pair at the local supercenter, but I had bought a good pair of sunglasses, So think about what you can do to reward yourself on a weekly basis if you hit all of your goods. And then think of a step up. What can you do to reward yourself if you hit all your betters? And then your bests. Like that should be huge. Hooray. Oh my gosh, I did it. I have yet to hit all my bests for one week. And you already saw my chart for this week. I'm not even going to hit my goods for this whole week. But there's always next week, and we have to give ourselves grace. We have to know that things come up each and every day. I mean, I had no plan of doing a live today this late in the day. Usually I do it 5 hours before now, but life is life. We give ourselves grace and we keep on going. If you would like to get a copy of the good, better, best template, all of my stuff will be taken out. Debbie's stuff won't even be there. Head on over to thekimsutton.com/good, better, best. And on that page, not yet, but in the future, there will be a link that you can click to get that. So again, thekimsutton.com/good, better, best. And there will be a link where you can make a copy of this Google spreadsheet and keep it as your own. I would love to hear your feedback on this, so make sure to leave a comment below, like or subscribe to the page if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so that you find out the next time I put a video up. But with all this said, go forth and make it a positive and a productive day.